Dear diarrhea, diary full of shit. Just play along with myself and I. No one else really go. I'm so legit. I went to the grocery store earlier today, and I usually buy bubbly flavored seltzer water. That's the name. And I just go to my local, ma and pa grocery store, which is nice because you can get the basics. You can't get all the, if you want some highfalutin thing, you might have to go into town. But, I live out here, kind of off the beaten path. So it's nice to have a place to go buy the basics, you know, 10 minutes away as opposed to 20, 25. So now it is what it is. You're forced to rethink, regroup. I pretty much make, one grockery trip into town, once a week anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's, the big store or the little store. Well, the little store is only 10 minutes away. I can manage to get what I need at the little local mom and pop store and not have to go to the big store. So, I'm cool with that. But I brought it up to the cashier lady. I said, you guys still sell that, or are you just out of stock, or what's kind of going on? And she said she'd run it past the owner, which I appreciate. I don't know the logistics of running a grocery store, and um, what it takes to put a certain vendor's product on the shelf versus you know the sales that you make every week, every month, every year, so on and so forth. But that bubbly stuff, I've seen it around. Like you can buy like singles, at like 20 ounces, like at truck stops and shit. So that tells me that it's kind of popular. It's kind of preferred because there's different brands, right? Now the thing about bubbly is they sell them in smaller quantities. They sell them. They're like 8 packs, I think. Um, and like Lacroix or whatever. They sell those like in regular 12 packs, right? So it's like, what the fuck you doing? You're shaving off 2 cans here or 4 or whatever. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the price. I should, just because you should do shit like that. But me being a lazy fuck boy, it's like, well, I like bubbly. I don't care what it costs. I'm buying bubbly. Well, that's all fine and good, but you should still pay attention to what the fuck the world is doing. Just so you know, you stupid son of a bitch. But anyway, lo and behold, as these things tend to, go, you wake up one day and things are different. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm talking to the cashier, and she's kind of got an accent, right? She's like from the Middle East, right? She wears, I don't know what it is. She doesn't cover her face, but she's like got some sort of religious shit going on, right? She always wears the same shit, right? She's that broad. She's from somewhere over there where there's like fucking sand and shit. And, hurry, hey, hurry, that wasn't a very accurate depiction. But, that part of the world, right? That part of the world, right? We've left country, that part of the world. And she's like, she's kind of got a, an accent, whatever. She can speak of the English, pretty good. Well, just fine, in fact. She's just kind of got that, that accent. And she's all, have you tried Poppy? And me being a white boy American, I'm like, obviously she's mispronouncing this. I think she's trying to say pop, right? So I'm like, say that one more time. And she said it like three times. And I had to, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding you. What? And finally she goes and gets it. She's like, it's at the end of the aisle. And I'm like, well, I'm aware of this grocery store, right? Why would the pop be at the end of that aisle? The pop is over there on that aisle. What the fuck are you doing? So she goes and gets, and she brings me back a single can. So right off the bat, I'm like, okay, well, this doesn't work. If you're selling singles, this is not practical. She said something, it's new. What? How long has the owner of this establishment been selling groceries? Okay, you gotta know your customer a little bit, okay? So if something new comes, along, that's not necessarily a good thing just because it's new. You know what I mean? You might want to just pass that by. You know what sells, you know what doesn't. You're keeping track of it. Every week, every day, every week, every month, every year. You know what sells, you know what doesn't, you know what people are buying, you know what they're not. Why would you even fucking waste? You know what I'm trying to say, dog? You walked up here with a single can, a 12-ounce can. Now, like I said, I don't know the logistics of running a grocery store, but you got some sort of one-off shit. But anyway, I digress. So this flavored seltzer, it's called Poppy, Poppi, right? So I hear her saying this, and me as a white boy American, I'm like, you're mispronouncing this shit. Oh, you mean pop? Poppy. Have you tried Poppy? And I kept looking at her, and I'm like, I hear what you're saying loud and clear, Poppy. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't registering. So she goes and gets it and brings it back. And Poppy. Okay, you were pronouncing that right. Okay, all right. Okay, well, since you brought it up here, I'll buy that. Okay. Oh, bullshit. Somebody's a fucking idiot. But hell, I forgot what I was talking about at this point. I think that's pretty much it. I just, you know what I mean? You run a business, all right? So the owner, okay? I'm pretty sure I know who the owner is because I've been in here a few times. He's got employees. This is, I come in here to buy bubbly. I don't come in here to buy LaCroix or LaCroix or however you pronounce it. Not now. They do sell that shit in 12 packs. And maybe I should just go with it. And like I said, I don't pay attention to the price, but that's not the point, okay? So shame on me for being a bitch. I like bubbly. I buy bubbly. I no longer see bubbly. And on top of that, I've noticed that the supply of LaCroix is dwindling. So, in this town, where this is the main, sort of mom and pa shop, are you not selling enough bubbly and LaCroix where it's feasible to keep it on the fucking, shit and the stuff and whatnot? These fucking faggots are walking in here buying their goddamn, Mountain Dew and shit. Is that what's happening? Now, there's a place down the block. Okay, so I can check them out. But I'd rather support you because you're a local mom and pop shop. This is a chain. So you got an individual owner, right? I get that. But it's still a chain, okay? I'd like to support you. Right? So, let's see how it goes. They might just keep a couple on stock just for me. And I will, because I'm pretty sure I know who the owner is. So next time he's in there, I'll say, hey, man, I just happened to notice. What's up with that? I mean, don't be like, what's up, Doc? But, what's going on? So, anyway, I guess. Just it is what it is, man. I've always been different. Everything I have always, liked or approved of, the rest of society was like, meh. My shoes, my pants. I mean, when I was a kid, this is a memory. I remember this. My grandma used to, swing by the grocery store and buy these teriyaki sticks, right? I thought they were just the bee's knees, the greatest thing ever invented since sliced bread. A couple months go by, they no longer sell them. Well, I don't know this for a fact, but most likely the reason they don't sell them anymore is because people weren't buying them. So I used to wear, Levi and Strauss pants, right? They stopped fucking making them. So, my Vans, skateboard shoes. I used to wear Vision streetwear. And they stopped fucking making those, so I switched over to Vans. And then eventually, they even fucking stopped making those. So, and it's kind of been an ongoing joke my whole life. Everything I like, everything I approve of, they eventually stop making. Do you know why? Because the rest of these fucking human beings walking around don't appreciate it, don't see it, don't whatever. So I've said it 1,000 times before, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. Be it 102 years old or 12 years old, I am different. I do not fucking think like you. Pieces of fucking shit. The rules get applied to me, but they do not apply to me. So, just. And now we're in the age of, magic error, and this, that, and the other, right? So it's like, like Netflix, I've talked about that. You wake up one day, I can't access my shit. I paid for it, I bought all these videos, I can't watch them. And I'm just making this up because I know good and goddamn well that that's the kind of problem that would arise. Okay, hey, how come I can't watch it? Because it's fucking technology. That's why you can't fucking watch it. If it were a DVD, you'd fucking pop that shit in the fucking DVD player and you'd watch it. But because you paid $14.25 or whatever, to purchase that shit, and it's in your, file, man, day by day, man, you don't know if that's your shit's gonna work. Like Instagram, for example. All of a sudden, poof, it didn't work. What was it, a couple months? I don't know. Poof, it's working. No, that's for a couple days, man. Like 5 to 7 days. Poof, it don't work no more. Fucking faggot ass, fucking bullshit. Built by fags, maintained by fags. Faggot shit. Right? And like I said, you're dealing with a new breed, Jack. So, every 5 to 10 years, every 5 years, the world is starting to change. Every 10 years, it's a new game, Jack. I'm old as fuck. We're there. And, well, here's the thing. The weak people make hard times face. We're at the 5-year mark, okay? We're not at the 10-year mark. This shit gets worse. So, as far as the magic error bullshit and all that shit goes, yeah, we're in about gear 3, all right, on a 5-speed transmission. We're upper RPMs, 3rd gear. We're about to throw it down into 4th. And once we grab 4th, like I said, we're not. We're only in about gear 2. As far as the weak people make hard times phase, okay? Now we've got 5 gears to row through. And once we enter 5th gear, we're going to take it up to about, 5,500 RPMs, okay? And that's not, hardcore red line or anything like that, but that's up there. So that's where we're at. But, anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up and continue hating on life and plotting my revenge on the world and all that shit. But, you know what I mean? A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. All right, they don't sell my goddamn pop flavored salsa no more. Well, no fucking shit. Because every time I went in there and I bought it, it's like, I'm thankful. It's still here. Damn, dog. So.